ever get that travel bug, that itch to just get away from it all.
Okay.
But like this time, you don't just want to come back refreshed. You want to come back, I don't know, like a better version of yourself.
Uh-huh. Yeah, totally.
Well, get this. The answer might be glamping.
Glamping, really.
Yeah, no, I know. Sounds a little woo-woo at first, right?
It can, a little.
But the article we're diving into today, it actually makes a pretty compelling case.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So before we go full on find yourself in the wilderness, what are we even talking about with this whole glamping thing? It's not just fancy tents, right?
Right, it's more like bridging the gap between roughing it and a luxury hotel.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Yeah, so think like you're surrounded by nature, right? But you've got a real bed, maybe even a hot shower. Exactly. And that's the key to the self-love connection. Our everyday lives are so hectic, right?
Tell me about it.
Constantly bombarded with stuff. It's like the opposite of self-care. But glamping, it's like hitting the reset button.
Okay, I can see that. But one thing I kept seeing in the article was mindfulness. Is that just a buzzword, or is there something to it?
No, it's legit, and it ties directly into what we were just talking about. Stripping away all those distractions, your phone, work, even the city noises,
Yeah.
your brain naturally becomes more present.
Huh, interesting.
Plus, you add in the peace of being in nature. There are studies, like even 2 hours a week surrounded by nature can significantly lower your stress hormones.
Wow, that's wild.
Right. It's powerful stuff.
But here's a thought. A lot of people already find peace in nature, right? I mean, I love a good hike. So what makes glamping different?
It's the intention. Remember how we were talking about being intentional about disconnecting?
Right, yeah.
It's like that. When you plan a glamping trip, you're going in with the goal of disconnecting, of focusing on yourself. That completely changes the experience. You're not just observing nature, you're engaging with it and yourself on a deeper level.
So it's more than just like relaxing by a lake, right?
Oh, definitely. And speaking of benefits, the article touched on some long-term ones too.
It did, like what?
Well, there's more and more research coming out about how spending time in nature has these lasting positive effects on our minds. Glamping, it's not like a quick fix, but think of it as like a practice, you know?
Yeah, I get.
Over time, it can have a huge impact, like
Right.
better focus, boosted creativity, even just handling your emotions better. All these things have been linked to spending time outdoors.
Okay, that's impressive. All right, last question before we wrap up,
Yep.
and I'm asking for a friend here. Is glamping better solo? Or can I bring my friends? I don't want to come back from this self-love retreat and be, that person.
I get it. Actually, the article talked about that too.
It did.
Yeah, it said that experiencing nature together can really strengthen your bonds, those shared memories. They're powerful,
Makes sense.
but it's just as important to make sure everyone has their own space, even on a group trip.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds like glamping, it's not just fancy camping. It's like using that experience as a way to tap into some self-love and maybe even a little self-discovery.
Exactly.
Here's something to think about. If you were to create your own glamping getaway, totally designed for you to like explore yourself, what would it look like?
Yeah.
A cabin in the woods, a yurt under the stars. Keep that in mind. And hey, maybe it'll spark your next adventure.
I love that.